So today we will deal about work energy and power. Yes, प्रोफेसर.
सर सर्कुलर मोशन खत्म.
हाँ, खत्म. जितना चाहिए था उतना खत्म है. बाकी इसके बाद करेंगे.
ओके सर.
Okay. So after the thing that we have done regarding work done by constant force or work done by variable force, now we are going to do work done by spring force. Okay. So let us see what what is the nature and what is the value of work done by spring force. So first of all, before going to the technical analysis, I will just calculate the work done once. I will not talk about whether it is a positive work or negative work, simply the magnitude of the work done we want to calculate at first. We all know that F spring is equal to Kx, alright? So F spring is equal to Kx means it's a variable force. So if it is a variable force, work done will be what? W is equal to integration of F dot dx, right? So F means what? Kx dx. So if I take a limit from 0 to x, let us say, so work done by a spring, we get half k x square, right? Fine. Okay. So now in the next phase, we are going to check that when we will get the positive work done by spring, when we will get the negative work done by spring. So the case 1 we are going to study, case 1 is going to be the spring is elongated or compressed. Okay. The spring is elongated or compressed. Let us check. So I'm taking two positions. This is one position. Sorry. And this is the other position. Okay. Fine. Right. What I'm taking, this is x equal to minus x, and this position is x equal to plus x. In between x equal to minus x and plus x, here it is x equal to 0. So try to understand, this x equal to 0 position is the relaxed position, correct? This is the relaxed position, and x equal to plus x, this is the elongated position. This is elongated position. Okay. हेलो. हेलो. हाँ ठीक है. ओके. So this is the elongated position, and this x equal to minus x, this position is the compressed position. Okay, now this is very easy to be understood. Fine, right? Okay, chalo. Check one thing. When I'm talking about the spring moving from relaxed position to compressed position, if you give me the permission, can I write this is the direction of displacement, right? And spring force is acting in the opposite direction because the spring always wants to come back to the relaxed length. Okay, now this is absolutely fine. Acha. When the spring is elongated from x equal to 0, you check this is the direction. Vignesh, tell me,
Sir, circular motion is completed.
whatever the thing needed for work per energy for that portion is completed. Remaining portion I will again come back.
Okay,
The chapter will be there in the week syllabus. Okay.
okay, sir.
So in this case, this is the displacement, and this is spring force. Okay. I hope this is clear to everyone. Diagram is pretty clear to everyone. Fine. So whether you see the compression or you see the elongation, that means I will write here from x equal to 0 to x equal to plus minus x. From x equal to 0 to x equal to plus minus x, F spring vector is anti-parallel to x vector, right? So if force and displacement are opposite to each other, work done will be positive or negative. Force and displacement opposite to each other, work done is positive or negative. Cos 180 degree means what? Array W is equal to F into S cos theta. Theta is 180 if they are opposite to each other. So Fs cos 180 degree means minus Fs only, no? So if F spring is anti-parallel to x vector, work done by the spring is negative. Isn't it? This is simple to understand. Okay, fine. Clear? पूछकर बोल.
सर वो एक्स वेक्टर क्या लिया है सर? सर
एक्स वेक्टर डिस्प्लेसमेंट है.
हाँ सर ठीक है ठीक है
ठीक.
सर और आफ्टरनून में पीपीटी है.
पता नहीं रे, कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं है.
अच्छा ठीक है सर.
श्रीराम.
Sir, X spring and X are always opposite to each other, na sir?
No, not necessarily. I will check the case 2, you will understand.
Okay, sir.
So now let us come to case 2. Case 2 is spring is released from elongated or compressed position. So first initially we have compressed or elongated, then we are going to release the spring from elongated or compressed position. Let us check.
Option A is correct. Because if you take this structure,
That
S3CO3, C double bond O है, O है, O है. the acidic character. So diabatic. And pH bonds are responsible for the reducing character. So the H3PO is diabatic and reducing agent. Is correct. H3PO is diabatic and non-reducing agent is wrong. H3PO4 is diabatic and reducing agent. It's only diabetic, not diabetic. H3PO4 is H3PO4 is definitely diabetic.
Try to understand from here. This is x equal to minus x, that is compressed position. This is x equal to plus x, that is elongated position, right? And in between here, x equal to 0, that is mean position. Draw the diagram. So now, if it is released from compressed or elongated position, you try to understand. The moment it is released now, it will bounce back to the original length. So in this case, when it is released, this is the direction of displacement. And spring force also in same direction. Same case for elongated and released. When it is elongated, it will bounce back to the natural length. So this is the direction of displacement, and this is the direction of F spring. So I will write in this case F spring vector and displacement vector are parallel to each other. They are parallel to each other. So if they are parallel to each other, then angle theta between them becomes 0 degree. Correct? So if you think about work done by spring, it will become positive. Correct? So remember, mean position to compressed or elongated position, work done by the spring is negative. Compressed or elongated position to mean position, work done by the spring is positive. Is that idea or concept clear to everyone? If there is any doubt, ambiguity, feel free to ask me.
When external nitrogen can be obtained by heating, they energize. Ammonia and citric oxide are heating with copper, nitrogen and water.
Okay, no? Fine.
Ammonia and citric oxide are heating with ammonia.
Chalo. So let us move on to the next subtopic. What is that? So next thing, whatever we are going to study is the most important thing in entire 11th and 12th portion of study. It will be applied on every single chapter we study in class 11th and 12th. Most important thing. Everybody make a heading, work energy theorem. So let us first try to understand. Listen to me, then you will write. I will give you time to write, don't worry. So in work energy theorem, let us say we have a system like this, arbitrary shape, a potato like system. I mean just a system. We have a system like this.
ammonium nitrate.
In that system, different forces are acting of different magnitude and different direction. Correct? What we are assuming that
Ammonium nitrate
several forces of different magnitudes and different directions are acting. Okay. We'll take example like, let us say one force is acting like this. This is F1 vector. Let us say another force is acting like this. This is F2 vector. And here a force is acting like this. Let us say this is F3 vector. One force is acting like this. Let us say F4 vector. Several such forces are acting. Okay, all of different magnitudes and different directions. So if I want to write
then ammonium dichromate.
if I want to write net force acting on the system,
Meeting you,
right?
nitrogen,
Net force in the sense here essentially we are talking about the external forces, right? Yes, Arshit, tell me.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, another sir voice is hearing more, sir.
What can I do, Arshit? I mean, from tomorrow I will try to sit in a different position, okay, no?
Okay, sir. Okay.
So net force acting on the system, F net vector is equal to F1 vector plus F2 vector plus F3 vector, and it will continue if there are a number of forces acting.
contamination, this is not at all nitrogen. So the chromic oxide, and all those things will be contaminated. Nitrogen. So but in case of this case, there is a metal.
Okay. So this quantity I can write like
Very few nitrogen.
summation of Fi vector. Okay. We can take the summation of I equal to 1 to n. Okay, now? Acha. Remember, this way of getting the net force as the vector sum of all the individual forces is known as
Hydrates of nitrogen family.
principle of
Boiling points of hydrates of nitrogen family.
so this is
Water reactions of phosphine or
this is principle of superposition.
hydrogen bonding.
All right. So what principle of superposition means? It means that suppose F1 is acting, over that F2 is there, over that F3 is there, over that F4 is there. Like that, you are putting one force over the other. So in that way, you are getting the net force, right? So that's what we call principle of superposition, correct? So principle of superposition I will write over here is the vector sum of all the individual of all the individual forces. Okay, fine. Remember, generally the principle of superposition is applicable for vector summation, but there will be few cases where in case of scalar addition also we will apply, but scientifically they are applied only for vector addition. Okay, now let's continue. So F net vector is equal to, we can write mass of the system into acceleration of the system vector, correct? Here also you have to remember one point. What is the point? That acceleration of a system is produced by the net forces acting on the system. Within bracket I will write not due to any individual forces. Okay. Very important to know. Remember this entire line. Acceleration of a system is produced by the net forces acting on a system, not due to any individual forces. Okay. Fine. Abhi, now you see one thing. I'm again roughly drawing the diagram. Suppose this was my system. I do not know how it looked like, but I'm just taking a rough representation. Okay. So this is at t equal to t. This is t equal to t, and this is t equal to t plus delta t. So this is vi vector, and this is vf vector. All right, and this is the time interval. Correct. And we are also assuming that in this time span, it is being displaced by S vector. Okay. Displacement is S vector. Fine. Abhi dekho. Can we write acceleration of the system A system vector is equal to VF vector minus VI vector by delta t. By rate of change in velocity is the acceleration. It is not a big deal. Correct? Is it okay for everyone? Simple equation hai re babu. Hello? Right? No? Yeah. And we can also write displacement of the system. Displacement of the system S vector is equal to, we can write average velocity into time from S equal to Vt. Hai na? So what is the average velocity? Average velocity is Vi vector plus Vf vector by 2 into delta t. Is it clear up to this for everyone? Yes, Rahul, tell me.
Sir, one scroll up, sir. I'll take screenshot.
Wait. मदन जी बोलिए.
सर डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑफ द सिस्टम समझ में नहीं आया.
S equal to Vt वे.
रिपीट सर.
Displacement equal to velocity into time. So when the velocity is changing, we have to take the average velocity. Okay. Pushkar.
Okay, sir.
सर और एक पेज पीछे लो सर, और ये दोनों पेजेस के भी स्क्रीनशॉट खींच लें. और वो सिस्टम मतलब क्या लिया है सर?
System is anything. It may be block, this and that. Anything it can be.
सर अगला पेज लो ना. सर नेक्स्ट पेज. इसके आगे का. ओके.
right? So now let us go back to the basic. Now work done W is equal to what I have written. Work done W is equal to, I can write F net vector into S vector. All right. So F net vector equal to what can I write? M system into A system vector dot displacement vector. Correct. So I'm gonna write W is equal to M system into A system means you already got, that is what? VF vector minus VI vector divided by delta T. S vector means we got VF vector plus VI vector divided by 2 into delta T. All right. So it will be cancelled. This half factor will come in front. A plus B into A minus B is A square minus B square. So from there, W is equal to, we'll write half M system into V final square minus V initial square. Correct? We are picking the value from here. We pick the value of A system and displacement of the system. Right? So we got this result. You check, half M system into V final square is nothing but final kinetic energy of the system. Half M system into Vi square is nothing but initial kinetic energy of the system. So final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy means change in kinetic energy. All right, fine. So as a statement we will write work done by all the forces acting on a system is equal to the change in kinetic energy of the system. That's the statement. Okay, so please note it down that work done by all the forces acting on a system is equal to the change in kinetic energy of the system. Because
Sir, I need first page of work energy theorem.
first page, yeah, this one. Okay now?
Yes, sir.
Please mute yourself, those. Harshit, tell me.
सर इस स्टेटमेंट के हिसाब से अगर कोई बॉडी रेस्ट से स्टार्ट हो फिर बाद में रेस्ट में आ जाए तो वर्क डन 0 होगा.
नेट, हाँ मैं बात करूंगा उसके बारे में, थोड़ा वेट कर जा. वर्क डन 0 होगा, मतलब उसमें क्या है, वर्क डन बाय ऑल द फोर्सेस एक्टिंग ऑन द बॉडी विल बी 0. ठीक है, मैं बात करूंगा, थोड़ा वेट कर जा, मैं बात करता हूँ. ओके चंद्रा, मिस्टर चंद्रा साई इकड़ा बाबू, प्रोफेसर.
The previous page, sir.
इसी में साला हाफ टाइम पास हो जाता है. प्रीवियस पेज, नेक्स्ट पेज. हार्दिक
सर बोर्ड पे रहता ना सर, उधर प्रीवियस पेज नहीं रहता.
हाँ वही करना पड़ेगा, अभी बोर्ड पे पढ़ा दूंगा, देखना नेक्स्ट क्लास से. चलो, सो अभी we will see the application. अच्छा, फिर इसमें few things you need to remember. So please remember that one statement I am writing, that work energy theorem is universal. Why it is called universal? Because it is applicable everywhere. Applicable everywhere. In all the possible portion of physics, we can apply this, except few things in quantum physics, which we'll learn later. This is not of importance as of now, but work energy theorem is universally applicable everywhere in every single branch and portion of physics. Okay, so it is very important actually. Now let me take an example. Ratna,
सर इसका क्वेश्चन क्या है?
ये वर्क पर एनर्जी है.
ठीक है सर.
Chalo. So let's proceed. First, we are taking an example to make you understand what is work energy theorem. Everyone check. Suppose this is ground. Okay. Suppose a rough surface mu is given to be 0.2. Here is a block of mass 10 kg on which in forward direction a constant force F is equal to 50 Newton is acting. Okay, the block initially at rest, so it is the position where the block is at rest. So t equal to 0, initial velocity of the block is equal to 0. Right? I want to check. This is the position after, let us say, t equal to 3 seconds. And at this point of time, let us say the block is cruising with some velocity v. So I want to study. Correct. I want to apply work energy theorem. So we will learn step by step. So all of you focus what are the steps I am writing. Step 1. Identify the forces which can do what? Sorry. Forces which can do what? That is the first step. Rushikesh, tell me.
So previous page.
Oh, chalo jaldi.
Thank you, sir.
So identify the forces which can do the work. So let us identify the forces. We'll tag them like one after the other. So here is force number 1. That is the external force acting, right? In the backward direction, in this direction here, friction force will act. Correct? So let us say this is force number 2. Correct? What is the other force acting? Why in the downward direction mg is acting? And here in this direction, normal force is acting. So let us tag them as force number 3 and 4. So first we have identified the forces. Now you see, displacement of this body is rightward direction. In this direction it is getting displaced. This is displacement. So if that is the direction of displacement, tell me one thing, can I write work done by third force and work done by fourth force is equal to 0? Is it okay? Is it okay? Respond. Why? Because this is S vector and this is the force mg. This is mg vector and this is the normal reaction vector. n vector. So whether you take this angle, this is 90 degree, this is also 90 degree. So both mg and normal reaction are forming 90 degree angle with displacement. That's why work done by both the forces is equal to 0. So actually how many forces are doing the work? Friction and external force. So what is the thing I will write? So from step 2 is apply work energy theorem. Alright. So we'll write work done by friction plus work done by external force is equal to change in kinetic energy for the block. Okay, now this is fine, clear? Okay, so let us move ahead. So now if you think about the block, this is a 10 kg block they have set. So what is the friction that will act on the ground? F will be equal to mu mg. So that is 0.2 into 100. That is equal to 20 Newton. What is the external force acting on the rightward direction? That is equal to 50 Newton. Correct? So 4 oxygens. This hydrogen is responsible. These 3 hydrogens responsible. Whereas oxygen. So it will be here 10 kg after 3 seconds. So this is t equal to 0. This is t equal to 3 seconds. Fine, all right, no problem. So we can find out the acceleration. A is equal to what? 50 minus 20 by 10, 30 by 10, that is equal to 3 meter per second square. Correct, no? So displacement will be equal to, if I apply ut plus half at square, ut to 0 plus half a into half a into 3 square, that is coming to be 27 by 2 meter. Correct. Now everyone concentrate here. See, work done, go to the previous page. Can I write that work done by external force is positive, whereas work done by friction is negative? Everyone confirm me. See, the body is getting displaced in the direction of external force and it is opposite to the direction of friction. So that's why work done by external agent is positive, work done by the friction is negative, right? So I will separately calculate work done by external agent equal to how much? 50 into 27 by 2 joule. Work done by friction is equal to how much? 20 into 27 by 2 joule with a minus sign. Right? So if I apply work energy theorem, what will I write? Okay. 50 into 27 by 2 minus 20 into 27 by 2 is equal to half into m. M means 10 into V final square minus V initial is 0. Correct? So if you take 27 by 2 common, it is coming 50 minus 20 is equal to 5 Vf square. So 50 minus 20 will come 30. So Bf square will be, this is 30, 5 and 6 will be cancelled. So 27 into 6 divided by 2, this is 3 cancelled. So 3 into 27, 81. So how much Vf you got? Vf is equal to 9 meter per second. Correct? So in this question, we have seen application of work energy theorem, but there are several points which came out. I will write them one by one. Correct? I hope this page is clear to everyone. हाँ बोलो.
सर पिछला पेज दिखाओ सर.
हाँ, right.
थैंक यू सर. और अगला भी दिखाओ.
One second.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, now. Now, see what I'm getting here. Yes, Imran.
सर वो वर्क डन बाय फ्रिक्शन एक्सप्लेन कीजिए.
देख, बॉडी इस तरफ मूव कर रहा है ना, राइट हैंड डायरेक्शन में, तो डिस्प्लेसमेंट इस तरफ होगी, और फ्रिक्शन फोर्स काम किस तरफ कर रहा है तेरा, लेफ्ट डायरेक्शन में, है ना दोस्त. तो दोनों में एंगल कितना आएगा बता, 180 डिग्री. तो दोस्त cos 180 का वैल्यू कितना होता है, -1. तो इसीलिए वर्क डन माइनस हो गया. तो हमको क्या ध्यान में रखना है कि डिस्प्लेसमेंट और फोर्स ऑपोजिट आ गया तो उसमें वर्क डन नेगेटिव हो जाएगा. ठीक है ना. So in this case, what I'm going to explain is that first point you see, now I'm writing conclusion. So we have to take the initial cases like this. Conclusion. First point, work done by external force is positive. Second point, work done by friction is negative. Achha, it was positive. Why? Because force and displacement parallel to each other. It was negative. Why? Because force and displacement anti-parallel to each other. Correct. Third point, although individual forces are doing positive and negative work, so I'll write although individual forces are doing positive and negative work, but net work done in the sense, what I'm trying to say, work done by net force acting on the block. Okay, but the net work done is coming positive. Okay, now fine, clear. Harsha, tell me.
The previous page, sir.
हाँ, ये ले.
Okay, sir.
Okay ना, ठीक है.
Okay, sir.
So this is the intake. I mean, there is no guarantee कि each time it will come out like that. If the classes are there in the afternoon, we will see many more interesting cases where the net work done can come negative, right? And net work done can be 0. All the cases we'll see slowly. So as of now, this much only. Hardik?
सर आज पीपीटी है सर शाम में.
पता नहीं रे, अभी तक कोई कंफर्मेटरी इंफॉर्मेशन है नहीं.
मतलब कुछ भी रह सकता है.
हाँ, देखते हैं. होपफुली क्लासेस रहेगा. शशि,
सर मल्टी सेलेक्ट आंसर्स में सिंगल आंसर्स रह सकता है क्या सर?
हाँ रह सकता है. उसमें लिखा रहता है 1 और मोर देन 1.
पर वो वैसा कुछ नहीं है सर. मतलब थोड़े क्वेश्चंस ऐसे भी थे सर फिजिक्स में. वो न्यूमेरिक मतलब एमसीक्यू सारे न्यूमेरिकल टाइप है सर. फिर वो मल्टी सेलेक्ट बोल के एक ही आंसर रहता ना सर?
वो एक्चुअली सर पूरा पेपर को ही मल्टी सेलेक्ट ऑप्शन का दे दिए कोडिंग. मतलब उसका ही पूरा कर दिया, इसलिए वो सिंगल क्वेश्चन भी तो भी वो मल्टी क्वेश्चन आ रहा हो.
वो मन नहीं इतना हेडेक नहीं लेने का. वो अभी पेपर जो आ रहा है वो बहुत इजी. तुम लोग बहुत अच्छे स्कोर कर रहे हो तो उसके बारे में नहीं सोचने का. छोड़ो वो सब. श्रीराम, टेल मी.
Sir, every time work done by the friction is negative only, sir.
No, not necessarily. We will see the cases when work done by friction will be positive also.
Okay, sir.
Okay, those cases it will come one by one. So just have some patience. Okay, na?
Sir, displacement and friction are always opposite only, na, sir.
There is also no guarantee.
Yeah.
Yeah, there will be some cases in which the friction will be in the direction of the displacement.
Okay.
We'll check. Okay. Chalo, bye everyone.